He's actually wait, hold on. Sorry. Here's what I was going to say right today. I want to talk to you about something that happened at work. So it's the as of right now, recording this, the we had double truck today, which is Friday. Um, as of right now, about November 7th. Um, so we had truck, double truck, and the reason it's so the reason no one likes double trucks is because there's two trucks. We got to unload them. We got to unload them. We got to unload them both that night. Um, no one likes it, and it it's no, it's just not fun. Luckily, then this night we had last night we had a double truck, and we got to do most of it. Um, we get to do most of it that night. We did 1.5 trucks basically. It was like one. We did a full. We did a full truck. There's actually three trucks. There was three trucks, but one had nothing but pallets in it. Maybe a few big pallets, which were just like random stuff in boxes. But um, no, we had like three trucks, and one was full pallets, so we didn't do that one. Well, actually, yeah, we did, but it wasn't our job to do the third truck, which was full pallets. Um, but we were gonna do 1.5 trucks. That's what we've been doing for a long time, ever since I've been there. And so we we did 1.5 trucks, a full truck and a half truck. That was close to maybe 1,800 in there. It wasn't much at all. The biggest we've done is probably 3,000 piece. Um, I don't think we've ever done a 4 or 5,000. I don't think we ever done that before. The closest thing we ever have that to that is probably a double truck. Um, but the closest thing we've ever had to it was the 3,000. I think it was. I think when we had. I think one time we had like 3,100. It was a big truck. It was a big truck. It was like crammed full of stuff, and it was not fun. But anyways, this truck we did like 1.5 of it. We still had our break like always, and the double truck wasn't bad. And since we only had another half to go on the other truck, it was just like we didn't even use all the pallets that we normally use for a normal truck. We used maybe like 10, 15 pallets to and use only like what 13, 14, and we didn't even use that many pallets for anything. We had one for the pallets are set up. I'll explain the departments in my store. You guys might live in different cities, but my store we have 3 or 4 pallets set before the actual departments that we put them in. So it goes. If you're going the way I am, you're looking at the departments that you're looking at the pallets, and you go from. I'm going from left to right because it's easier. So, anyways, there's 74, 74, 74, which is just like big boxes, big huge boxes go on the far left, right? The very far, no, sorry, right to left. I'm going right to left. It's like very like big huge boxes like Cerealite, like the freaking huge ones, like Like you would see like totes, right? Big huge totes, big huge stuff, big. Put those boxes there. Again, I'm going right to left. I'm looking at the pallets here. So it goes 74, 74, 74. If we have three, 74, which is like vacuums and home management and stuff like that, trash, stuff like that. And then it goes to regular departments. 14, which is kitchenware like pots and pans and all that. Then it goes to sporting goods, which is Department 9, which is like bows and arrows, ammo, uh, deer stuff, uh, anything that goes with hunting or like actual sports, right? And then it goes to infants, which is Department 79. 79 goes from anywhere from diapers to baby food to wipes, all that stuff. All that's infants. Then from there it goes to Department 18 or 1, wherever, what have you. Normally it's the 18, Department 18, which is seasonal. Like for example, when I started working there, which was in August of I was start August 25th, I believe, of 2025. It was Halloween and then Christmas, and now it's no how it was Halloween, then it went to Christmas, and then we're going into actual Christmas, and it's like candy canes and stuff like that. Then next over whichever whichever way we do it, it's either 11 or 12 or just 10. 10 is automotive. 11 and 12 is hardware. We put those together. For example, 12 or 11 can be on the bottom, and 11 and 12 can be on the top. It's fused together, right? So there's no real way to separate those because we have a certain amount of pallets that we put down. Next to that is Department 17, which is like decor, like windows, mirrors, candles, all that stuff, right? Next to that is Department 71. We don't really have many of those. If we do, it's like a big things like cabinets or shelves, uh, or like bed frames, maybe mattresses. Very small stuff. They're pretty heavy, but they're small. Next is Department 20 and 22, which it goes to the same place anyway. It's just like 11 and 12. That's bathrooms and bathroom and bedding. So pillows, pillowcases, sheets, covers, stuff like that goes on 20 and 22. Bathroom like shower heads, all that stuff like that goes to 2022. Across from that, we have 4 pallets, which is toys, garden, um, party stuff, stuff like that, party supplies, and electronics. So I'm gonna explain what I can of what different departments those hold. So stuff like TV mounts and maybe some like computer monitors or towers or even TVs go Department 72. And then there is some that go maybe 76 is, I'm not sure. Department 5 is also part of electronics. Um, I forgot what 76 was. I'll probably get to that later. Um, 74 is 76. I believe 76 is part supplies, but I'll get to that later. But Department 5, Department 72, that kind of stuff is all uh, electronics, all that stuff like speakers, stuff like that. Anything like electronic that you might want to have in your house. um, so, anyways, beside that we have party supplies, which is like Department 19, Department 76, I believe, something like that. And then beside that is Department 16. It might have a different number to it. If it does, I don't know what it is because it's normally Department 16. Um, and then beside that we have Department 7, which is toys. Just like Barbies and all that stuff like that. Obviously toys, duh. And then carts we have for Department 2 and Department 46, which is just like um, uh, cosmetics, um, Suave, fragrance sprays, lotion, all that stuff like that. Um, and that's just goes on cards because it just goes to cosmetic, or it goes to the pharmacy, close to pharmacy, and then all that stuff. What else was there? They also have 46 and 2 on the chemicals side. Um, so they have like stationery, which is just like paper clips and all that stuff. They have dog accessories, dog food, cat litter. What else is there? Laundry soap, trash bags, snacks, bulk size stuff like Sunny D, um, coffee, um, stuff like that. It's not, but yeah, it's fine. Um, that kind of stuff. I haven't worked that very much, but I do know where some of it goes. And then those carts for F, and then that's like 92, 95, um, stuff like that. It's just it's mainly food, stuff like that, like noodles, ramen, pasta, um, international foods like Sarkis, like tuna or something like that, spam, whatever. Anything that's considered food goes right there. And then there's big packs, which are just like there's certain things in certain boxes. Well, actually, not really. There's random stuff in different boxes. It says big pack large, and there's stuff in the boxes where they either go to us or they go into totes, and they goes to the pallets which we take out. Um, that's about it. But we've normally been getting like 3,000 piece trucks, 2,000, uh, 28, 29, 27, 23,000. It's not bad. It's just double truck days are kind of stressful for us because not only do we have to do it in a certain amount of time, no one wants to stay overtime. Well, I mean, we get paid for that, so I'm not sure why we complain about it, but it's just that we gotta stay after sometime. So not very rarely, but sometimes we do have to stay after our time. We get off at 1. We get there at 4. We get off at 1. Um, we have like 8 and 9 time for break, a whole hour, which I sometimes I don't think is enough. But yeah, double truck is just sometimes hard. There are some days where we don't get double truck on double truck days. Like for example, we normally get double trucks on Mondays and Fridays, and so some days we don't might not get double truck. We might just get single, which is great. There was one time I remember. I think it happened once or twice that I was there. We were supposed to we only had single truck there on double truck day, and then the truck driver decided to get there later than they were supposed to, and we finally got double truck, and then everyone had to stay over there. Oh my gosh, it was bad. But that was basically what happened with that. Um, Double trucks are not fun. It sometimes it can be stressful, sometimes it's not. Either way, it's not as bad as you might think it is. It's just fast paced and people are stressed out. They don't want to do it. I don't even want to do it honestly. But it's just the fact of doing double truck. It's not the fact of getting a double truck. It's just the fact of doing it. Um, Sometimes I do get out of it by doing grocery, which is a bit more laid back. Yeah, it's pretty laid back. Um, but it's fine. It's all right. I have nothing bad to say for this job, honestly. The job I have is easy. It's not. It's not really. What am I trying to say here? Um, my job isn't a bad job. It's just a bit. It's a bit more than just unloading the truck. It's mainly unloading because we get a truck every single day apparently. Which I mean, Walmart, come on, you super center, so I kind of guess that makes sense. But when I had my interview and my orientation and tour and all that, I thought I was gonna be able to do it, and I wasn't for like I don't know 3 weeks at the most. I got irritated because I couldn't pick it up, and people were like, "Well, I mean, it took me like 4 weeks to get this down too." Well, fine, but I want to get down now. Is it? Um, but yeah, I've been I've been getting easily everything that's like going on. It's a good job. Yeah, it's just sometimes it gets a little tedious. Sometimes it gets a little fast paced, you know, all that stuff. But it's a good job. I like it. I really like it, like a lot. Um, so yeah, the reason now I'm gonna tell you the way I got it, right? So you guys know I worked at McDonald's for a long time, 6 years to be exact. I've worked at Whataburger, I've worked at Chicken Express, Domino's, Little Caesars, Easy Mart. I think it. Yeah. Do you remember guys remember why I hate and love overnights and also that putting biscuits on or sausage on biscuits? That was at Easy Mart. Both those were really Easy Mart. And so it was weird. I couldn't listen to scary stories because it was scary customers apparently. Not sure how because they're not even real. Well, actually they were, but anyways, scary customers weird whatever. So it's like all right whatever. So I got to take my break by myself, and I got to choose when I took my break, which was great. I loved it on the clock. It was great. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. It was great. I didn't have to clock out at all. I was just like, bro, I'm on the clock. I get to take my break. Heck yeah, bro. I bought a few cigarettes as well. But that's besides the point. Um, but oh no, it was weird. And then after that, I went to the Navy. Right after that, no, sorry. I went back to Little Caesars for a little bit to do dough, and then I got called to the Navy. After I went to MEPS, I had to I'm not sure why, but I had to wait 3 months to go to the Navy. Anyways, they sent me off, and then I spent 6 months in freaking FSPC, which is Future City Prep Course. It was kind of like a thing for people who didn't get high enough to go to actual boot camp. So, anyways, after that, I went to boot camp, and then because they did they did a waiver. They did a waiver because they were like, "Hey, you didn't pass, but you didn't go below you didn't go too much below what you already got. So we're gonna give you a potential waiver." But the potential waiver was for if you do want to do it or if you don't want to go. Like if you want to go home, fine. If you don't, we'll look at your hard card, which is documentary or whatever, and you can go to BMT if you want to. Cool. So I got the waiver. So we had to go to separations and then get separated from the Navy, and then we had to go back to Golden 613, I think. Anyways, we had to go back there to the Pearl, and then we had to do a whole lot of stuff, and we had to reenlist. Cool. So we signed releasement papers. We went back in. We spent I don't know, three at the most 3 weeks back in the Pearl, and it was terrible. It was not fun. Everyone was getting irritated. Everyone was getting mad. We couldn't go to BMT. Hey man, how long? This can't be happening. Whatever. All that stuff, and it was just bro, it's bad. So went to BMT, and finally, my division was 021. And sorry, I'll go back a little bit. My division before that was actually 752, and 700 was bad. It was bad, really bad. Anyways, then we got a new division number when we got into Pearl. It was 017, and then 021 was my division number. When I went to boot camp, actual boot camp, and that was kind of hard to do. We did a test. I didn't even pay attention. I literally was writing songs during our time of learning stuff like that. I was writing songs just writing songs. I didn't even care, right? So I passed the test. I knew I was gonna pass the test anyways because I kind of learned about the Navy anyways. But it was great. I freaking passed the test. I only missed one question. That was only because we didn't cover that subject, which was what was the first frigate to get big decommissioned. I don't know what the answer is, but that's only because we didn't go over it. We didn't go over that subject, so I just said screw it and just picked a random one. That's the only one I missed. But I had to do paper because I didn't have my cat card and I didn't even have a pin for it, which I reset 3 times and it didn't work. Whatever. So, that's what happened with with my card. What else? I yeah. So yeah. Bad leadership. Stuff happened. Just had to get sent home. Whatever. So I came back home, got a job at the car wash, first seasonal. Got let go. Still have the hat. It's great. But anyways, got let go. And then I went to. I tried to look for a job. Couldn't get one. And then I was like, okay, well, this isn't good. So I tried like a million places to apply for it. No one takes me back. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Finally, when I lost my job at position job at Bargain Center, I actually called Walmart. I was like, hey, I put an application a while back, and I want to know if you guys have an opening. He's like, yeah, we have two openings. Do you want morning or evening? I'm like, evening, please. I'm not doing mornings. No, forget that. So I decided I was gonna do evenings. I went in at like noon with two of the people, and I got hired as stocking 2 TA, which is kept 2. It's kind of like just unloading truck and all that. That's basically what it is. I did an interview, and the one that did my interview, which was the people lead, basically. She told me straight up, "You got the job." I'm like, "Dang, okay, cool, thanks." I was like, most people just say, "Yeah, just go home, go back home, and we'll give you a call if you get the job." It's like, they like to waste time. I don't like to waste time. I'm like, "Get the job, cool." I've had the job ever since. And so I was like, okay, cool, I got the job. So orientation was that we got clocked in, and we were getting paid for it, but we were clocked in and we had to do training videos on the computer, which I hated. And I think every month or every 2 months we gotta do more of them. I got mine finished, so I'm fine for another 1 2 months, whatever. So I'm fine. But that's basically what happened to me. Um, but yeah, that's basically all that happened through my life. First job I ever got was McDonald's, and that was when I was like 19, right? Right after high school. I graduated in 17, so 18. Yeah, I was 19. I was about 19 or 20, maybe 21. But I did that in school, and I was younger, yeah, but I still got the job at McDonald's because they hired everyone. Orientation wasn't that bad. The only reason I didn't get hired at the point because I didn't do my paperwork when I was there for orientation. So I acted as a manager because I did everything. Okay, so we had a tablet that we had an iPad there, and we were tasked with doing like the manager stuff that we had to do like before they left, right? There was one for overnight, there was one for morning, there was one for evening, all that stuff, right? So I took the liberty of doing it myself. I had to use another manager's password, and I knew it because I see him millions of times, but I had to do that. It was 2525 because it doesn't work anymore, so I could do that. Or 5252, whatever. Or oh wait, I'm not sure. But I entered it a million times just to do it under his name so that I could actually do manager stuff while they were too busy to do it. Because I knew if they didn't do it, we didn't do it, we were going to get yelled at and probably get wrote up for it. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'll just do it myself and sign my name and say, hey, I did this. I'm basically a manager right now, right? So after that, I got promoted way earlier than I should have. And all that stuff. It was freaking crazy. But anyways, at work, double trucks aren't fun. They aren't. Well, they can be, but normally not. On normal truck days, one truck days, we just do a truck. We get okay, cool. We go to 15-minute break. We come back, do whatever we need to, maybe breakdowns or whatever, which is just like separating stuff like that. Say, okay, cool. Okay, we go lunch now. after lunch we gotta do whatever. Hey, you, after lunch we gotta do this, whatever. Da, 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 da. And then we do lunch, we come back, and then we do whatever we need to do, pull out the pallets, put together the carts, um, do all that stuff. And then like by the end of the night we're back in the GM room. We take another break at 11, by the way. So like an hour before we get off. And then we just like, okay, well, cool. After this, we're gonna like do this and do this and do this. And we do pets, chemicals, water, juice, snacks, crackers, chips, candy, whatever have you. And then we just like, okay, well, cool. We'll do this, and then we'll wait till like 12:51 or something like that. We go up front, and then we just wait for like 9 minutes before we go home. So we got our 4 hours, and then we're like, okay, cool. See you tomorrow, whatever. And then we go home and just sleep, and that's it. We do the whole thing all over again. Jeez, nothing's dry. But that's right. Yeah, we have a good time. We don't really fight that much. Um, but yeah, we all get along. It's great. Um, but yeah, it's a good job. I like it. I love it. And I have nothing to say about. I have nothing bad to say about it. Honestly, it's easy. It's an easy job. It pays well. $14 an hour. Um, yeah, it's a good job. I like it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Stuff I haven't at work. Um, there's a few stories I'll tell you some other time. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you. I did a short video. I think it was on Shorts, but it's like a 6X vest. It was freaking hilarious to wear it. But the guys did a story time with the vest on. But yeah, anyways, yeah, it's a good job. I gotta check my phone because it's like 4%. But I'm gonna fix this video first. But it's a good job. It's a very good job. I highly recommend to everyone. Um, but yeah, very good job. Um, but yeah. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, personally, like a friend, face, thanks for your care. As always, peace.